There we are, Tuesday, May 14th, 2024. My buddy, my snake out here. He likes to. I was spraying him with the hose the other day. I was watering, and he came out. And can you see his head down there? He came out, and I was spraying the water, and he was thirsty, so I came over and went right in the water where I was spraying. I hosed him down. What you doing, buddy? You better watch it. You know who's out. That's my little one. I've got one that's about, I'd say this one's maybe almost 3 feet long. I got one that's about almost 4 feet long. See him occasionally. Anyways, back to the peppers. Watching some more pepper growing videos today, and how wrong they are. Actually, the guy was pretty right about a lot of stuff. But the one thing that's you got to be aware of if you're growing, look at, he's just sitting there. What are you doing, buddy? You checking me out today? Smelling me? Uh-oh. You're all right. You're all right. There he goes. Go catch some rats or something. Anyways, yeah, the stuff about growing peppers that doesn't quite apply to the Florida farmer, Florida grower. These are starting to get some flowers on them here. Moved all of these over into the shade, heavy shade. This is like a lot of shade here. Let me give you a reference here. Pretty much that way is east now. The sun's up about that far, so it's filtered through all of this, and this is pretty good coverage. So they are getting almost, you can see the shadow, full sun there. They're almost getting here, right down here where they're getting kind of like that much sun. That's a pretty good amount of sun, especially for Florida. So when they tell you, you know, peppers like it warm, yeah, not Florida warm though. Florida's a little too warm. And we had that solar flare this last weekend, and I kind of heard about it, but I wasn't really paying attention. And then I was out there in the garden, and man, it was really hot. And I started moving. I was already moving the plants, but then it got so hot I had to pull out of the spot that I was moving them to, and I'm putting them over here now. And I think this is going to be a lot better. They look better already. Everything's kind of greening up, getting a little more green. I was looking at them yesterday. All these ones are kind of burned a little bit. See how they're kind of a lighter color? And you got to really pay attention. I kind of almost spaced out and missed this. I figured, oh, we'll just plant them closer together so they're shading each other, and that'll work for a little bit. But once middle of May hits in Florida, there's a nice ghost pepper. I'd probably pick that off of there. I think that's right. Got another one on there. These need to be potted up again. Everything needs to be potted up. I'm kind of getting behind again. Well, I had spent like 2 days moving everything and then moving it all again. So I got these over here in a pretty deep shade, and over here next to the house. All right, here we are facing east again. The sun's right through there, so this is even more shaded, but it's kind of getting a little direct sun here in the morning. Down here, it's kind of just peeking by there. So these are, again, not full sun in Florida. These are already all burned up. They were doing pretty good. A couple weeks ago, it started getting warm, but that solar flare this weekend, man, that was really bad. Yeah, these have got a bunch of peppers on them. Not great, but okay. A few of these I pulled out, and I found out what's wrong with these. They got a really bad mix. It's mostly just peat moss and a little bit of perlite. So they're just a solid, wet, soggy mass of peat moss in there. So that's why all these are, it's not totally the 3-gallon pot. It's the mix that's in them. It's just not, there's no aggregate and rock and charcoal in the bottom for filtering, and there's nothing substantial like chunks of bark or coconut husk. I like a lot of coconut husk And I don't mean that chopped up stuff that you get at the store. I mean coconut husk like this, chunks of it in there to help keep some air in there. And then my first tray, first tray that I moved over from the middle to the edge, and now I moved it from there over to here. So that's facing, this is north. So the sun coming up is kind of behind this a little bit and filtered by this, and then it gets a little bit of sun right there. I know it's hard for you to imagine exactly. Well, here, let me get back. So the sun gets hit by this, and it's got about 20 feet across there before it gets shading from this. So should be a lot of it. Look at the moss growing on that bag. It's kind of dried up. Ooh, it's falling off actually. Not doing that great. Should put that on some other bags. Yeah, I think these are going to do better over here. They were getting a little bit bleached, a little yellow. See, this one here, look, you can tell that's burned up. That's sunburnt right there. Should pull that over and put it on the other side over here. You can see these crinkly leaves. That's a little sunburnt. See that curled up leaf right there? And all those little curled up leaves, that's burn. There, we'll set that one over there. And here's the thing, you know, I know better. I knew the sun was getting hot. I knew that, you know, it's getting critical. And I put up a sunshade, figured that's not enough. So yeah, here's the sunscreen. Here's the old area. Now it's not too bad today. These things, if it was like this every day with these overcast clouds in the morning, it would be fine. But when that sun comes out full strength, it's a little bit much. Even with the netting on here, it's a lot better with the netting. And of course, some plants are different. Some plants are going to handle more sun a little better. These guys in the fruiting, they're not digging it so much. All these guys over here, these are burned up. I got to get these moved too. These are going. This whole trench has got to go. All right, well, I got my rolled up synthetic underlayment trench right out there. I just need to make a temporary trench with this. Just got to roll that around there. Oh. All right, well, there it is. I think I got everything moved. We got one over here, got a couple here, got a few over there. The only thing I got left, yeah, I wasn't even going to move these ones over here. I moved all of those. The only thing I got left is that bamboo. I think it might rain today. Day before yesterday is 68 degrees in the morning. Real nice, cool, beautiful. Of course, it shot up to, that was Sunday, shot up to like 104 and roasted everything. But today it was like 84 degrees when I first opened the door, and humidity is just like 98%. So chances are we might get some rain today. See, look at all these clouds. I gotta check. Oh, and this morning all the frogs were croaking. Every time I got up, there'd be frogs outside croaking. So that's usually a sign that there's going to be some rain coming. So we'll see. I haven't checked the forecast, but I'm going to put it at 25 to 40%. But it probably won't rain here. It'll probably be over in Northport or a few miles away. So yeah, I think these guys are going to be a lot happier not in the full sun and in a cooler spot, not the hottest spot in the garden. This isn't Indiana or New Jersey. This is Florida. Yeah, these centers are getting green already. It's only been over here a day. It was getting burned. Yeah, now that I've got everything moved and jumbled around, I got to remember what's what and where it is. That's a chocolate primatoli. Yeah, I don't even know where my other ones are. These are all, wait, that's a That's Tiny Tails Reaper, Chocolate Reaper. That's a Chocolate Reaper over there. Yeah, because it's got the pole in it. Yeah, just got to figure out where everything's at. Oh yeah, there's the golden Primotale. That's probably the most burned up and stressed one I got. I mean, that thing is... I should have caught on to that a while ago. And this bag is pretty... I know, that one's kind of heavy. One of the other bags is really light. Wow, got a big load of peppers hanging down here off of this branch that's broken and split in half. I might have to cut half of that branch off. I don't know which half to cut though. Wait for those to finish out, I guess, and prune that back. Yeah, I think everything's going to be a lot happier out of that full sun. I think they're looking better already. So yeah, maybe Cliff Ignorant wasn't so ignorant after all. He kind of spotted it too. And well, I spotted it also. I was pointing out that, you know, my stuff's sunburnt. That's a sunburn right there. Look how scrawny that is. And even though my other plants are doing good, if these aren't doing good, or yeah, something's not right. And again, this has been over here for the last year in the shade. Looks awesome. Hasn't dropped a single leaf, I don't think, in months. Doing great. I don't know why I was trying to, well, I was trying to keep everything warm. The seedlings need more sun than this did. But now that they're not seedlings anymore, they need to go into growth and flowering stage. They need to be in a nice, cool, shaded spot like this. And these I threw out into the sun where they didn't need to be. They are already adult plants, hardened off well with the solid concrete peat moss pots full, soggy. So yeah, you got to pay attention to everything every minute. You can't stop for a second. All right, well, that's it. That's the update for today. Got everything moved to shelter, shade, cut.